be in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
I'm slimmer now.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
Start talking.
Okay. They want to be in the middle. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Let's speak to the overall winners and the victors of the first ever hypercar category here at the 6 Hours of Spa, the opening round of the 2021 FIA World Endurance Championship. Superb performance from Kazuki Nakajima, Brendan Hartley, and Sebastian Buemi for Toyota Gazoo Racing in a debut win for the GR010 Hybrid. Let's speak to Seb first. You started the race, Sebastian, and managed to get the lead with a little bit of synchronisation by the team. Tell us about that, and also that pit stop, because it looked a little bit confusing in that first pit stop when you sort of stopped before you exited the pit lane.
Yeah, exactly. So for us, basically, it's not easy to do a double stint here in Spa with the tires, and we knew we had to do it twice. So clearly, I had to take it quite easy at the beginning. Then obviously, I got by Mike, and then we had similar pace. But at our first pit stop, we basically had an issue with the refueling. It's our mistake as a team. And then obviously I got the lollipop came up. I basically started, but yeah, it was the time to start. So we basically ended up having a kind of penalty. And then when I stopped for the second time, we stayed like 30 seconds more. I think that was basically the penalty itself. So it's unfortunate because it was a silly mistake, and hopefully, yeah, we will not do that again. And then, yeah, clearly we had another penalty because of an unsafe release. So, yeah, not a perfect as a whole team today, but at the end, I'm very happy that we ended up winning that race. I think otherwise we didn't do any mistakes. We stayed focused. My teammate did a great job, and at the end, yeah, we win. So it's great to have a good weekend.
Well done, Seb. That's your 18th win in the WEC. It makes you the second most winning driver in WEC history, so well done today. Let's move on to...
Who's the most winning?
That's a good question, Brendan. We haven't got that prepared. We'll get back to you on that one.
Must be Kaz.
Brendan, well done. Great job today. First win for the hypercar. You told us a bit about the development and everything that had gone into this car, so it must be extremely satisfying to get the first debut victory today.
Yeah, to get the first victory, entering this new hypercar era, it feels great. It wasn't without challenges, as Seb touched on, but I think as a car crew, we did our best. We're still learning every lap in this car in some ways, because it's so different from how we approach traffic and tyre degradation from the TSO50 that we were all getting, well, at least I was getting used to, and my teammates have driven for a few years. So having the first race after all the testing, it's a big difference. And I'm really happy with my two teammates and how we put the race together. And yeah, massive thanks to everyone at Toyota Gazoo Racing. It's been a long road to get this car here, and it feels great to get this new era started. And very happy. Yep.
Well done, Brendan. Good job today. And Kazuki, tell us about your stints at the wheel, Kazuki, because you had a bit of work to do after those penalties that Seb alluded to. So there was plenty to keep you on your toes today.
Yeah, I mean, speaking about my stint, I had to start with the full course yellow. So starting with a new tire, but I lost all the temperature, so it was difficult to start. But at that time, I think I didn't even know about the gap to car 7. I knew that we had quite a big gap because of the penalties and stuff like that. So yeah, to be honest, I was just focusing on my job. And as you can see, it is quite easy to make a mistake. Unfortunately, in our car, we need more improvement. And so I really had to focus on everything, not to make a mistake. And that's, I think, our achievement in the end. That's how we got the victory today. So I'm really happy with our job and the whole team. and we still have some place to improve, of course. But at least it was a great start of the season, so we can start from here.
Nice job, guys. Well done to Toyota Gazoo Racing. Look forward to seeing you in Portugal next month. So we're going to speak to the next category coming up, which I believe is the LMP2 category. It'll be a few minutes for that. Thank you. And next up we have our LM Pro winners from Porsche GT team, Neil Gianni and Kevin Est. Wow, what a dominant performance today, guys. Conclusive victory, the second time for Kevin. There's won at Spa in consecutive years, so well done to you guys. Great way to start the season. Let's speak to Kevin first, because you started the race, Kevin. Took that amazing pole position yesterday and then was able to kick on and build a gap in the early stages, which was the foundation of a great victory today.
Yeah, I had a good start. It was close with the Ferrari at the start, but I could maintain the position. And then obviously I had a bit of a fight with the LMP2 backmarkers, which was tough because we have obviously different top speed, different braking points and everything. But in the end, I managed to keep him behind me, which I think was a big help. That's why maybe the others lost more time at the beginning. And we had a great car, so I could be very consistent and yeah, just finish my stint, building up the gap, which was, I think, due to pace, but also maybe traffic management with this LMP2. And then on the second stint we had a small issue on the rear tire, so we had to come in early, lost a little bit of time, but mostly we were all out of strategy, which was our, let's say, worry at that time, because we didn't know if we would have to do a splash in the end. So after that it was quite stressful.
Well done, Kevin. Superb performance and a great way to start the campaign. And Neil Gianni returned to the paddock after a few years away, and a great way to return, Neil. I mean, your stint seemed pretty uneventful and went to plan. Tell us about them and how you managed to get these maximum points today.
Yeah, great way to start my GT debut in WEC for sure. Obviously, Kevin, as you said, put down a good foundation with his pole position and then the lead. Yeah, but coming in early with the puncture, obviously put us a bit on the back foot. So I was trying to save fuel, so I was a bit back in energy saving mode for the two stints. And I just tried to save as much fuel as possible, just so we can stretch and maybe hopefully get back into window. But luckily then the full course yellow came at the right time for us, and then from then on actually we were out of the stress and back in the pit window.
It was one of those victories where you had a bit of a margin. Knowing the class and the category and all the battles we've seen in the past, these things don't come around often, so I guess you'll be savouring it when it happens here at Spa today.
Well, I was obviously happy like that because the gap, keep and manage the gap, and but I'm pretty sure Ferrari will be back next race, and also the car 91, our sister car, was very unlucky today, and then we're back to very close GT racing.
Good stuff. Thank you very much, Neil. Well done to you and Kevin and the Porsche GT team. Fine victory, excellent way to start the campaign with maximum points. And we'll get on with our LMP2 winners, who are going to be with us very shortly. Here we have our LMP2 victors from United Autosports USA team. Phil Hansen, Philippe Albuquerque, and also we have Fabio Scherer, who took victory on his debut in the WEC. So lots of happy faces after a superb weekend of work from you guys. We'll speak to Phil first, because Phil, you started the race. Obviously a faultless preparation for the race in free practice and in qualifying as well, and you were able to stretch out a little bit at the front and build a really solid base for this victory.
Yeah, and that was always the plan. You know, when you have the car on pole, your best case scenario is that you stay in P1 through the first corner, and obviously it was quite interesting to pull alongside the Toyotas. And momentarily I thought I'd be able to stay in first for the Rouge, but obviously with their power they shot by pretty quick. Yeah, was able to pull a small gap, but nothing special. It seemed like the traffic kept coming out at the wrong point, and Guido was able to hang on. But yeah, faultless weekend from United. I think, like you said, we were P1 in every session, and obviously starting on pole in quali makes life a whole lot easier for me at the start. But yeah, the car's been fantastic all weekend, and that's the performance, and that's what's translated into all this success. And yeah, Spa's always been good to us at United, so we're very comfortable when we come here. And I think today's been another great example of how strong United is.
Well done, Phil. 5th win in the WEC for Phil Hansen. And moving over, we'll speak to Philippe. Yeah, great performance, Philippe. Obviously, you consolidated what was started by Phil. It's your 7th win in the WEC. You're now the 4th joint most winning driver in LMP2, and obviously a 2nd consecutive win here at Spa for you and the team. All these superlatives sort of came together, and you were unbeatable this weekend.
Yeah, it's a dream week. We were P1 since Monday, and it's quite incredible the pace that we were having here. Yeah, obviously, we only can achieve that when everyone is working, and in combination with everyone. So as a group, so it's a part not for one person or two. It's from everyone. So the mechanics preparing the car, the engineers. These two guys, I mean, Phil, the start that he did, and even going to P1 ahead of the Toyotas was a bit too much. And no mistakes. So we were just focused on what we needed to do. And Fabio, as a rookie, he did a faultless job, like good speeds, learning how it goes through the traffic, and getting bigger the advantage to the P2. And yeah, so we were starting to learn about the car more for the future, because it's very different from the past. But again, like 5 wins in a row here for me and Phil and United, it's amazing. I bet we can all achieve that when we are all as a group working together to what we want. And congratulations to everyone at United and these two boys that, beside their ages, it's impressive their performance.
Lovely stuff. Well done, Philippe. And let's speak to Fabio. Some rookie performance that, Fabio. You've got some nice shiny pots and pans to take home with you and put in your mantelpiece. Like I said, WEC debut, faultless performance, and everything went smoothly. Tell us about your stints at the wheel of the United Autosports USA machine today.
Yeah, it was really unbelievable. When I took the car over, we had already quite a massive lead, but for sure I was really nervous, because especially about things like driver changing and stuff like that, because I never had that before. So I think for sure there's a lot of potential in it, but even that I think I managed quite well, and as soon as I got then into the rhythm, it was really good. I think I felt comfortable and never really struggled with something. But still, to be part of such an amazing team and win your first WEC race after not the easiest last 2 years, it's unbelievable.
Stunning performance from all three this weekend. Congratulations. Enjoy the celebrations down at the pit garage this evening, and we'll see you in Portugal. Home race for Philippe, so big one.
Thank you.
Of course he's not, but that's a topic for another day. Thank you for pointing that out, Phil. Well done. The reigning champions started their defence extremely well. Thank you, guys. We're going to speak to our final class when they are they're on their way. In LMGTE AM, the number 83 AF course Ferrari. Again, the reigning champions coming good again and looking strong for retention of their title. They're going to be a couple of minutes.
Good to see you. Do we keep these? Do we put these on the table? Yeah, put them on the table. Might enjoy them.
No worries, you can do it.
And we welcome our final winners in the LMGTE AM category, the number 83 AF Corsa Ferrari squad of Francois Perotto. And we have Nicholas Nielsen and, of course, a debut victory for Alessio Rivera. So well done, guys. Congratulations. Superb performance. Second victory in as many years here at Spa, and a fine way to start a retention of the title, hopefully. So we'll speak to Francois first. You started the race, Francois. Excellent start. You had a really good battle with Paul Dall'Alana.
Yeah.
You made some really good positions up. Tell us about those first few moments in the race.
Well, I got a bit lucky on the start because I gained 3 positions in the first turn, so that wasn't expected, but I just went for it. And then Ben Keating in car 33 was absolutely flying, so I tried my best to keep up, but he was just too fast. And then I ended up fighting for position number 2 with my old pal Paul Dall'Alana. We've been racing each other for years now, and it's always a pleasure to fight against him. But no, I'm thrilled with that victory. What I can tell you is that it's going to be a hell of a season because there's a lot of very strong cars out there.
Well, we're looking forward to that. We'll move over to Alessio. Debut performance. What a performance it's been for you, Alessio. You've been on the pace all weekend and done a fine job. You're the first new Italian AM winner since Riccardo Pera at Spa 2 years ago. So lots of great rookie statistics for you. How did you enjoy it? And tell us about your stints at the wheel of the 83 Ferrari today.
Yeah, thank you. I really enjoyed the race. I was a little bit nervous because it was my debut race. So, but when I came in the car, I tried to give the maximum. I tried to drive the car in every sector at the maximum. And the team made a fantastic job with the setup, with the pit stop, everything. So I want to thank you, the team. I want to thank Francois and Niklas. And we will be stronger also in Portimao.
Great job, well done. Let's speak to Nicholas. Nicholas, your third win in the category. Great job. You started off well last season, obviously at Silverstone, which was then your debut victory. So you'll know exactly how Alessio is feeling now. But some nice stints from you, good pace, and a faultless race from the 83 AF Corsa crew today.
Yeah, first of all, I mean, I want to say really good job to Alessio and Francois. I mean, I wasn't really the man of the race today. I mean, I got the car with a 1 minute gap, so it was just basically all about getting the car home, you know. And I think the team throughout the whole week has done a fantastic job. Like Alessio said, from the pit stops, from the strategy and the setup of the car, it's been amazing the whole week. And I think we showed on track that the performance of the car was good, and even the race pace as well. You know, Francois also mentioned that many of the other cars are strong, and I think we saw that already last year. So it is pretty cool to have such a tight and strong competition in the M category. So yeah, huge thanks to these guys next to me, and of course also to the AF Corsa crew.
Well done, Nicholas. Well done to all three and the 83 crew. Great start to the season. Looking forward to lots more fantastic action in the AM class. And we'll see you next time at Portimao next month. So thanks, gentlemen.